Good work out there, bud.
All right, here we are. Another Hounded episode. We got Lucy and we have Ryan Howard in today, more commonly known as our dog.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, stoked to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you. Hopefully we'll get to know you a little bit better and drink a couple beers and play some niggling.
Perfect.
You want to start us off with a hit?
Yeah.
We'll just give her.
Well, you gotta tap her in, eh?
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, alright. Let's see how this day goes. Alright, so you grew up in Aptos, California, riding the post office jumps. How important were those years to you and your riding?
Oh man, like I owe everything to that little lot. Just all my friends, just all like my skills overall. Just you learn a lot being in a scene like that. Just riding and digging every day, and you don't have to call anyone. You just show up, and there's 10 dudes there ready to ride. Jumps are watered, and at first I was like, oh, it's all good. Like we'll find other zones and we have other spots, but like that was the heart of Aptos. You know, like people would come from all over the world just to ride that spot, and it's good in the winter. We don't have very harsh winter, so yeah, people would just come to us, and it was just the most insane sessions. So that was a huge impact on me and the whole mountain biking community in Aptos. Yeah, I mean, all good things come to an end, so we moved on.
Yeah, it's a sad truth. All right, man, you want to take another swing? You're
Yeah.
on a roll. Nope. And so you're still in Santa Cruz?
I am kind of.
Kind of?
I don't really have a home.
Okay.
I'm a dirt gypsy. Just wherever the riding's good, that's where
Yeah.
I try and go. But yeah, that's where my family's from, and
Okay.
my mom has a spare room at her house. I just stay in there. I take over the garage, just all my bikes and dirt bikes and tools and whatnot. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it'll always be home, but I can't see myself living there forever.
Totally.
Yeah.
We're trying to have a conversation here. Come on, lay down. Come on. Oh, yeah, that
Good
was tough,
stuff.
huh?
There's always something going on. Like, I go up to the Sunshine Coast for the summers and Whistler a bit, and then during our winter, I'll go to New Zealand for a couple months and rent a house there. Like, I don't know, I just don't like staying in one place for too long. Riding is my job, and I just want to ride all the time. I feel like not being so grounded is like a good thing almost.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have that kind of freedom.
Yeah, and like I got a tent on the back of my truck, one of those Tapuis, and that allows me to kind of just run it. Like right now I'm on a road trip home, but I don't even know what I'm doing after this. Like maybe go for a ride, find a camp spot, just.
All right, you're up.
It's off to a good start.
You've spent, was it 2 years putting on Cruz Fest?
So it was mainly Kyle J and Jeff Herb.
Okay.
Those were my old roommates back when we rented a house in Santa Cruz. And we knew this moto dude, Eric Swan. He had 2 tracks, and he let us make Cruz Fest on one of his tracks.
Yeah.
So we went in there and machines. The Fest dudes have been so good to us, like inviting us all over the place, and we were like, man, we want to give back. So the first year I was more involved, but the second year I kind of stood back and was just more of a rider.
As you kind of mentioned earlier, it seems like, digging is a huge part of what you guys learned doing growing up.
It's a huge part of the sport. Like if you envision it, you can build it and you can ride it the way you want to. I enjoy going to dig, building a trail or a dirt jump or whatnot, and you just know every square foot of that trail. And you can ride it that much better. It helps me.
Absolutely. Any features or trail sections that come to mind that you've built that are just stand out as your favorites?
One of the trails at the Coast Gravity Park is called Doggers, and for my arrival segment they let me build a trail there, and then we made it into a bike park trail after. So that was kind of cool. I got a trail named after me. And
all right, let's keep this game going. Hopefully we'll both have some more luck.
I got a soft spot. Oh,
Go. Just gotta get that first one.
Jesus. Think they're halfway down.
Who's your favorite person to watch ride?
To watch ride. Wow. That's a hard one. What discipline? Can you give me a discipline?
Maybe
Downhill, trail bike.
Style-wise, maybe.
Oh, there's so many.
Or favorite people.
Matty Miles is insane on a bike. Like, you follow him down a trail, like, that is how you ride a bike.
Yeah.
Thomas Vanderham is just a wizard. He's so dialed. Like, Brent Atkinson's insane. Dave McMillan's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just like so many different types of riding, and I appreciate it all, man. There's so many sick riders these days, whether it's dirt jumps or World Cup downhill racing. Like, they're all so. Mitch Ropolato's another one. That's a good handful.
Yeah, absolutely. How about? I mean, you won the World Whip-Off Champs a couple times, right?
My best performances are usually in New Zealand.
All right.
I've never won a Whistler one.
Okay.
That's a career goal of mine.
Sick. Yeah.
But yeah, they need a new jump.
Yeah, they've been doing it on Crabapple for as long as it's been around.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like the original whip-off.
Yeah.
But all these other venues are building their own jumps specifically for the whip-off.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if Whistler would step up and put one in the village, like in the Boneyard area, and the crowd would be insane. Like,
That
the
would be
riding
pretty
would
cool.
go off. Like, it would be a cool scene.
Yeah, I've noticed the Road to Brewer one is always like way steeper, and it just gets you up higher.
Yeah.
Rather than traveling. Further.
Totally. Like, Crabapple's a longer.
Yeah.
I prefer like steeper,
Mhm.
so you can really like, pull back on the lip and get a good carb going.
Yeah. Who are some people that you think have really good whips?
Another two riders that I am obsessed with, Chaos Seagraves
Yeah.
and Cade Edwards.
Cool.
Those dudes are gonna destroy it next
Yeah.
year. Like, they're just gonna go battle it out.
Sick.
1-2 for sure.
It's like to watch that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Giving her. We heard you're a big barbecue enthusiast. Is that right?
Well, at home there's a local barbecue shop,
Okay.
and they're pretty much neighbors to where post office was.
Okay.
And so we'd always obviously be riding, digging, go grab barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bike shop next door that we all hung out at. And we just kept going and going. And the dude's like, what is your guys' deal? So we kind of gave him our lowdown. And yeah, he supports a handful of us. He's got a couple shops. So Aptos Street Barbecue would be the biker one.
Okay.
And then there's Mission Street Barbecue on the other side of town. That's more like surf based.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Sick.
like we all have our own meals.
Really?
We all have salads. Yeah, like there's the T-Mac salad, R-Dog salad, the Big Watts for Greg Watts.
Sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's so
and they
good.
have like an insane beer selection.
Yeah, what's your go-to when you go there? Obviously the R-Dog salad,
I
probably.
usually get the R-Dog salad. Like, I didn't even really get to choose the salad. They just like gave it to me. And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I'm gonna get this.
Sure.
Yeah.
How about like sandwich-wise or like?
Tri-tip sando.
Yeah.
It's like next level. It's so good.
Yeah.
Anytime someone comes to town, they're like, oh, can we go to Aptos Street Barbecue? Like, of course.
Yeah. All right, let's play some more Naglin. Yeah.
Yo.
Now we're talking.
Jesus.
There we go.
You got an arm.
All right, so how'd you get the name R-Dog?
Yeah, not a very good story, but this chick in high school just started calling me R-Dog, and it just stuck. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like, if someone calls me Ryan, I like have to like look twice. I'm like, are you talking to me? Like,
Yeah.
No one calls me Ryan. Like, my mom calls me Ryan. That's about it. There's a lot of dogs in the sport. You know, you got Bulldog, Bren Dog, Loose Dog.
For sure.
So yeah, we got a good dog crew.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you guys have like a special bond? All being
No, but we
being
should all make a
dogs?
dog movie. That'd be sick.
That would be pretty sick. What would you call it?
The dogs are on, or Who Let the Dogs Out.
What do you? Those guys are pretty cool.
Big fan
ride
of
with
those dudes.
We were just down at the Transcascadia and they were there, and literally never saw them like standing around or
No.
having a dull moment.
They're just so hyped on everything.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like they're riding bikes, man. Like everyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
Just jibbing around, having fun, going fast. Like they do it all. So I'm a big fan of those dudes, and
Let's keep the nails going down.
oof.
Just, you know, one tap at a time. Would you tell us about the Ride or Die crew?
Yeah, so it's just the boys on the Sunshine Coast, Brandon, Logan, Paul Genovese, and we just started like saying it and writing it places on like with Sharpies, and then Nick Genovese, he is like the brains behind it all. Like we would still be writing it with Sharpies if it wasn't for him. Yeah, it was just like a funny thing, and then I don't know, people are stoked on it. I mean, you can relate to it. It's like ride or die. Like,
Totally.
you're either riding or you're dying.
Yeah.
Like it's not a money thing. We're just like stoked on our crew and letting people get involved. Like our goal is to make like a short film
Cool.
with all the money that we make. So like we sell t-shirts online and at Crankworks or whatever, and we just want to like fund a trip and like pay Nick to film and get a house and just have fun with it.
All right, let's
Need to catch up here.
there you go.
Oh, way off.
I think it might be that because you never play sitting down otherwise, you know. I think maybe
Right.
I'm finally getting used to that. I don't know.
Damn it.
So you're on the Trek C3 team, right? That's your main program.
Yep.
They seem to be really supportive of like creativity and you guys doing your own things.
Very much so. I mean, everyone that we work with at Trek is like so cool, so understanding of what we do, and we have an insane team. Brett, Brandon, Cam, Emil, Tom, Casey, like it's mind-boggling to me that I'm on that team, you know, but for them to support me, like I'm not a contest guy. I'm not like getting on podiums really, more film photo based. I'm really lucky that they see a value in that.
Yeah. On the bike note, you've had a lot of cool bikes. I know you've done like the butter stick, like the Coors can, right? The UPS. What else have you done, and what's been your favorite?
I did like a Dale Earnhardt bike. I did a Smokey and the Bandit bike. I don't know, just try and like base them off I try and theme all my bikes. The Coors bike was definitely one of the top ones.
Yeah.
And then my new bike, the Hawaiian t-shirt one.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That one was a big hit at Crankworks this year.
Yeah.
Really, like Trek spoils us with the paint jobs, man.
That's rad.
It's so cool. I've saved every bike they've ever painted me. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'll have like a little mountain bike museum when I'm like 60.
Yeah.
It'd be dope.
That would be rad. I'm closing in here.
You're closing in. I gotta make a
I'm
comeback.
trying to, but maybe I'm getting a little too confident. Yep. There we go. All right, this one's kind of a little bit of a curveball. What's your favorite trail snack?
Trail snack. Man, I usually stock up before. I just eat before. So I hate riding with a backpack.
Yeah.
Have you had those like nature bakery things? They're like, I think Zink used to ride for them actually.
Are they like cookies or like bars?
They're like fig bars.
Okay.
Yeah, the raspberry
those.
one. It's kind of my go-to.
All right.
I don't know.
That
Not
works.
very exciting.
That's all right. We've all got our taste.
Yeah, Aggie had a good one. That was
the
super
smoked
random.
oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never would have thought. I still haven't got those yet for a ride. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I trust you. I mean, I'll let you just have that one. I don't need to know about that.
Yeah. If I'm ever on a ride with Aggie and he'll pull them out, I'll be like, all right, yeah, let me try one of these.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go to the store and buy smoked oysters.
Exactly. And then you're like, oh, I carried these up here, and they taste like shit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aggie. No, I'm sure they taste great, Aggie. All right, let's keep her going. Ooh.
Yo.
These are the critical moments of the game. On another random question note, who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Probably Travis Pastrana. I was pretty starstruck when I
Sick.
met him. He came to post office one day.
Really?
Yeah, like the Nitro Circus crew was coming to town, so
Yeah.
came and rode. And he had a broken leg, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
still met him. That was pretty cool. Yeah, adrenaline
impressive.
junkie, that dude.
Yeah.
He's out of
seriously.
control.
Seriously. All right, some more Naglin. mentioned earlier, you do a lot of film projects throughout the years, you know, throughout your season. Not Too Bad was the last major one, is that correct?
Yeah, for the full length movie.
Yeah.
I had a little segment in Motive.
Okay. Whether it's major or, you know, a smaller part, what have you learned throughout the filming process over the years?
It's a lot of behind the scenes work.
Mm-hmm.
Like lots of hiking up the hill, scaring yourself quite a bit. Both the Not Bads have just been like full team trip. Everyone's stoked to be there. Everyone's feeding off each other. Yeah, some of the sickest trips I've been on for sure. It's rare you get a whole team together, and we're together for like over a month, just traveling the world and riding sick new spots and meeting like Ruben Alcantara, like just Sergio Leos, just like crazy legends, you
Those
know,
guys
like
are legends.
Dudes I've never thought I'd ever meet. Now they're riding mountain bikes and like more stoked than ever. There's a lot of work behind it, but it is obviously really fun.
Yeah. Do they come up with like some of the scenes, or do you guys come up with them like that? Like when you and Reader like have your sick day. How'd that come about?
Yeah, we were just like half the crew needed to go do like a trail bike segment, and Brett and I didn't really have anything to film or do that day, so we kind of just like we just wing it. Like we had Harrison, one of the filmers, and we just went for it.
Should we take some more swings?
Yeah, you need to beat me sooner than later.
It's not over till it's over. There you go. Want it too bad. We were talking earlier, you coach in Whistler all summer at the summer gravity camps.
Yeah, I do a few weeks.
Tell us about how that came about and how long you've been doing that.
Well, that's Andrew Chandro's summer camp, and he's my Trek dude, so I do it for him. And I was a camper at one point, not at SGC, but a different camp. I'm still buddies with my coaches. Like, it was like Randy Spangler, Gareth Dyer. They were my coach when I was 13, 14, and I'm still buddies with them. So for me to be coaching kids, and there's some kids that come through and you're like, oh my God, like, you are so good. And you're riding like a little 24-inch, like, yeah, it's just cool to like kind of give back. Like I've been in that position before, and who knows, 10 years down the line, I could be riding with this kid. He's going to take my job one day, you know? So if I could like influence kids like that, and like Spangler did for me, or I don't know, it's just cool to give back to the kids and watch them progress. You teach a kid how to do a backflip in the foam pit, and he's coming out of the foam pit crying, like so stoked. Yeah. And for you to like talk him through it and watch him succeed, it's like, yeah, that's dope. Like, right on. Got a Hawaiian t-shirt on, just telling kids to send it, and yeah, it's pretty good.
Hell yeah, oh, that sounds like a blast. Throughout the course of, you know, becoming a professional bike rider, I'm sure you've worked some odd jobs. What's the most odd job you've ever worked?
Well, my family owns a shoe store back at home, and so that was like kind of my summer job when I was like going to school and whatnot. Built bike parks for a handful of years. Okay. With Kyle J, and we worked for Alpine Bike Parks. It was sick because I was like still in the biking scene, and I'd still get to ride and go to events, and like obviously our boss was cool and let us do whatever, and and then I started riding more and getting support from Trek and Bell, and so now we just ride.
Yeah, we just ride, not bad. All right, we're getting there, maybe.
Just need a little warm up. Oh, sparked her.
So, being a professional rider, you know, obviously you're so passionate about riding bikes, and that's your thing. Is there anything that you really enjoy doing otherwise to kind of give yourself a break?
Not really, man. Like, I just live and breathe bikes. If I'm not riding, I'm doing something for my riding, you know, like whether it's dirt biking or digging or whatever. I don't do much else but ride.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and just like try and surround myself with the right people and that want to ride as well, or just be productive, you know? Yeah. I don't really like sitting around a whole lot and living that bike life. And man, it's not going to last forever. Like, I'm getting older, and I just want to make sure I gave it 110% while I was doing it, and yeah, have some good stories when I'm done.
Absolutely. Good, dude. Good. All right, let's take some more swings. Same hole. Is there anything coming out in the future that we can look forward to? Any projects you've been working on?
New anthill movie that's coming out next year, and I just filmed my segment with Vanderham. But I got some stuff lined up at home that I really want to do. I just got an e-bike,
Sick.
so I'm gonna like pimp it out with a bunch of tools, and pretty much time for me to go home and get to work and get a sick edit in for this winter. And nothing's really like set in stone, you know. Like you'll get a call like, "Hey, you want to be here next week?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, why not? Like if you need me, I'll be there.
Yeah. And so you were in Quebec with Vanderham?
Yeah.
What's riding with him like? He's a talented human being.
He's insane, man. You follow him down the trail and you get better. Like just seeing how he rides and his line choice, and for me to like share a segment with him is like really cool. It's like a check off the list for me.
Yeah.
Like even before we went shooting, I was on like, it was kind of rainy up here, so I was just doing like going back and watching old mountain bike films. He had so many legendary sections.
Yeah.
Insane. Like his Ender segment of Collective, like out in Merritt, like all the big downhill bike jumps.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That was like way before its time.
Yeah.
Like that's like what Fest Series is based off of, and he still comes to Fest Series things and just blows people out of the water. You're like, dude, this dude is so steezy on a bike.
Yeah.
Never gets sketchy.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a good dude for
That's
sure.
impressive.
Oh,
Dude.
took the lead.
Close. All right, our dog. It's been a pleasure to have you here today. Thanks so
man.
much for your time.
Yeah, stoked to be here.
We usually let our guests have the last word. Is there anything you want to leave our audience with? Any words of wisdom?
Oh man, just have fun. If you're not having fun, don't do it. And yeah, ride or die. That easy.
Well said. All right, let's finish this game.
Wicked. So no one's beat you.
I don't think so. I think one game we had to go on painfully long after they end. There you go. Nice work, man. Damn.
Yes.
Somebody had to.
Yes! Somebody finally beat John!
There we go. I mean, it was inevitable, but
I had some good practice in the last month. Like we've been talking, you know. I knew I was coming. I watched the Aggies. I was like, okay, I need to step up my game here.
I gotta be on point. Damn, nice work, man.
Oh, she knows what's up.
Uh-oh. Sit. Oh, sit. Shake. I guess that was a shake. Oh yeah. You like that, don't ya? Sick dog.